look at this one. He look like Bobby from.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy KKSD here, man. Bringing y'all a brand new video. In today's video, I'm bringing y'all another story time. And as y'all could tell, it's gonna be a story time about the time I shit myself in school. This is one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, so you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna share that shit with y'all. I hope y'all enjoy, and let's get right into it, bro. Alright, so first and foremost, I'm gonna give y'all a quick little backstory, right? So back when I was in the 3rd grade, this was kind of like when the whole Young Money and Lil Wayne thing was kind of going on and shit. And Lil Wayne had said in one of his songs, you know, skinny pants and some Vans, you know what I'm saying? And everyone was wearing that shit. Everyone was wearing that shit. Skinny pants and some Vans. Well, at least where, you know what I'm saying, I was going to middle school with. Like, that was kind of like, you know, everyone who had that shit thought that shit was cold as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, that's just like a normal outfit. But back in the day, it was just kind of like, new, I guess you could say. So, you know, I only had one pair of those. I only had one pair of skinny jeans at the time, because the rest of my pants were all like school pants and like those like baggy pants. You know how your mom be like having you dressed like all like proper and shit. But my mom had brought me one pair, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I wear them bitches like 3 times a week, bro. I swear to God, I thought I was the fucking man when I had them bitches on. Them bitches was nice. You know what I'm saying? They were all black. You know, like they had like a zipper thing on the side or whatever. It was cool. It was like some slide, I guess you could say. And I wear them bitches like 3 times a week. So on this specific day, I was wearing those, right? And like I said, I was in the 3rd grade, and you know, so I wasn't really like playing like sports like that. I was playing like a baseball league like outside of school. I wasn't playing like any sports in school. So when I was going to school, I went to after school programs, because after school programs like gave you like, if you went to like all the like the meetings and shit like that, you like got like a iPod, an MP3 player, a fucking like bike or some shit like that. You got like rewards if you like actually went to the program, right? And back in the day, like I said, iPods and fucking MP3 players, like those were still kind of like raw, you know what I'm saying? So like me, I was like, hell yeah, I want one of them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I had a PlayStation 2 at the time. Everyone else was playing the Xbox 360 and the fucking PS3 and shit. I had the fucking PlayStation 2, and I was fucking playing Resident Evil and Need for Speed and all that shit all day. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like if I had an iPod, you know what I'm saying, it was something cool. You know what I'm saying? It made me look like I had a little bit of money on me, even though I knew damn well I have no money. But the thing was, I had to go to the program like, I think it was like Monday through Thursdays or Monday through Wednesdays, which was fucking like dead as fuck. That shit like sucked. All you did was like do math and fucking, I don't even know, like we played like games and shit like that, right? But like I said, just remember, I was wearing some skinny ass jeans this day when this shit had happened, and this was my fucking favorite pair of jeans like fucking ever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but the after school program was like, so the school I went to, it had like 2 buildings, kind of like, it had like the main building, like, you know, where we went to school like from like 8 o'clock to like 2:45. This is like before like they was an extra hour of school, so I got off at like 2:45. So we had like this second building, and it was like just this like long building. Like it was short, but it was like long. Pause. But yeah, it was just a long ass building from one side to the other. And the thing about the building was the bathroom was at the very end on the right side of the building, and the way, like, you know, we came into the program, it was like all the way on the left side. So, you know, that's just so y'all could get an image of what the fuck it actually looked like, the building I was in when this shit had happened. So basically, you know, we had a normalized day of school, like as always, you know, 8 o'clock, 2:45, get out, and I have to go to after school. So I only had one friend in after school. His name was like Javfet or some shit like that. Like he had like some weird ass name, but he was like my only friend, because fucking he was in my homeroom. Everybody else was like in a different homeroom in school, so you know, we were just in the same thing just because they were in the program, right? And basically, you know, we come in together, but the thing about it was they fed you when you got there, right? And normally it would be peanut butter and jelly, or fucking like, you know, y'all know like those like cold peanut butter and jellies they give me, y'all, like them brick ass peanut butter and jellies. It was that, or like cereal, or like pizza, right? So on this specific day, they gave us cereal. And the thing about cereal is, even though like I really do like cereal, like I like, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and all that shit, like eating cereal is not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that shit like really fucks with my stomach. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like that shit like really be fucking with my stomach, right? And even though I knew that shit wasn't good for me, I still ended up eating it because, you know, it's like I said, 2:45 and I ain't ate since lunch, so I'm hungry as fuck. So I eat it, whatever. I don't really think anything about it. Like my stomach didn't really start hurting like right then and there. So, you know, after you eat, then we go into the program. So we're in there, you know, it's just like I said, any other fucking after school program day. You know what I'm saying? Just some lame shit, playing games, you know, doing math. And I remember we were doing like this math puzzle or whatever. So we kept on like switching groups and like moving around a lot and shit like that. And, you know, like I said, it was like normal. Like I ain't feel like, you know, any type of way yet. But then that's when obviously disaster happens, right? So basically I'm in the process of moving desks, and like, you know, like when, you know, you really got to use the bathroom and like you start getting like them sweats and shit, like you start like feeling all hot and like all like, you know, like wrong, like, you know, like damn, I gotta go, right? And like I knew I had to go, but like I knew I could kind of like hold off a little bit. Like I didn't have to like, you know, pressure the teacher, because, you know, y'all know how teachers are, like, oh no, you can't go until this person comes back, or like, oh, we're doing something, wait until we're done. So I ain't really like, you know, like get on her about it, you know, like I didn't really have to use it like that bad yet. But like I started to feel a little hot, like, you know what I'm saying, like the room was starting to get like a little hotter, like I'm starting to feel like I'm sweating and shit, because like, you know, like I said, milk is like just not good for me. So like I'm starting to feel like that feeling like, oh fuck, like I gotta use the bathroom. So even though I knew I had to use the bathroom, I was still kind of like holding off, because I'm like, you know, I could hold it, like it's whatever, like I could wait. So I'm holding it off for like a while. Like I said, like 20 minutes go by, and now I'm really hot. Like now I gotta go. Now I have to go use the bathroom, and, you know, I'm like, oh fuck, like we're in the middle of doing this shit. Like I don't want to ask now. So I end up asking, right? I'm like, oh, like Miss Lopez, I gotta go use the bathroom. She said, all right, hold on, wait. We still got like 5 more minutes left. Like you could go like when we're done. So that's more time of me holding off and shit. But like at this point, I really gotta go. Like I'm talking about, like I'm hot. Like my stomach, like, bro, like it's like, bro, it's starting to get bubbly. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get hot in the room. Like I'm scared and shit. Like, and like what sucked was, after I had asked and she told me to wait, she told someone else they could go to the bathroom. And of course it was a girl. You know, they, you know, if it's a guy, you know what I'm saying, they don't let you go. But, you know, it was a girl, so she let her go. I'm like, oh fuck, like now I gotta wait for her to get back. And bro, she like, I'm talking about like, remember how I told you I held off for like a little while? She made that like another like 10-15 minutes of a hold off. So at this point, like, bro, like I have to go. Like I ask again. She says, hold on, she's old girl's in the bathroom. Like fuck, bro. Like I'm talking about, like, bro, I didn't even want to move. Like I was scared to move like the wrong way, and like, you know, like it was just gonna slide out or some shit. And, you know, like I'm in sweats at this point. Like I'm scared. Like I got these skinny ass jeans on too. Remember that I told you I had these skinny ass jeans on. So, you know, like now obviously I'm like tense and shit. I'm all scared and shit, and fucking she still ain't come back. So I had to wait like another like 10-15 minutes till she came. And like at this point, like I like, if I didn't get out that room, I was just gonna do it on that chair. But obviously I didn't want to do that. So, you know, I found it in me somehow to hold it in till that girl came back. So remember when I told y'all like the building was long as hell? Our classroom was all the way on the other side of the building, and the bathroom was on the whole other side of the building. So when I tell y'all, I started running. Like if something was wrong with me, like I started running down this long ass hallway. I'm talking about like, yeah, I was running like that. And just to be completely honest with y'all, I didn't even make it. I did all that running to the bathroom, I didn't even make it. I made it like 3/4 towards the end of the hallway, and I let loose. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it started coming down my pants, bro. It was bad. It was bad. And when I told you I had like those skinny ass jeans on, it literally felt like it was like stuck to my body, and that was like the worst part. It was like I felt like that was like the worst part of the whole thing. Like it literally felt like it was stuck to my body. Like I said, I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I went to the stall for like 5 minutes. I was just crying. I was crying hard as shit. I was crying like a bitch. And I wasn't crying because I shit myself. I was crying because I knew I had to go back. And y'all already know, bro. It was like the 3rd grade and shit. You know how quick people are to judge and shit. So yeah, bro. Fucking like 5 minutes go by, like I said, and I didn't even like clean myself off. Like it was so bad. Like I didn't even like think to do that because it was already on my skin. Like I told you, I had like the skinny jeans on, so it was bad, bro. It was bad. So like I said, remember how I was running down the hallway and I felt like it took forever? That walk, that shitty walk back to class was like the longest walk I've ever taken in my life. But I will say, I did have a decent game plan walking down that hallway. So my game plan was, I'm gonna like, make it look like I was still crying, even though I low-key kind of still was. And I was hoping that the teacher would come answer the door, so therefore none of the students will know, you know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was I finally got to the door after like, I'm telling you, like 10-15 minutes, bro, of me taking that shitty ass walk to class. And a student answered, but she saw I was crying and she went and got the teacher immediately. So I kind of caught a break right there because I didn't have to go back into class. I was, like I said, another thing too, I was glad that door was locked, because then if I would have knocked, I would have looked dumb, you know what I'm saying? So teacher comes out and like she's like, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I'm like stuttering, like I can't get it out because like I don't know how to say it without being even more embarrassed than I already was, you know what I'm saying? So I finally said like, oh, like I used the bathroom on myself. So she kind of like looks at me up and down and shit. She sees the way like I'm like holding my pants and shit like that. So she kind of already knew what I did, but she didn't really say nothing. But that's when she started to say stuff, and that's when she started to kind of panic. And that's when it got bad, because when she started to panic, I kind of like looked at the door. And y'all been in school, so y'all probably know what I'm talking about when I say like there's a door and like on the left side there's kind of like 3 mirrors, like where people see like outside the class. I'm telling y'all, it felt like the entire class was looking out those 3 windows. And I'm trying my hardest not to look at it. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the teacher, and it was almost impossible. So like the entire class knew without them knowing what the fuck happened. And then that's when the teacher went back in the class and she calls the office to, like the bigger building across the street, which was my normal school. And, like she calls over like a security guard or whatever. And I have to like explain to him like what happened or whatever. And then I had to walk outside. Mind you, I didn't clean anything, bro. Like I'm still like shitty as hell walking around. And I guess like they ain't like really take that into consideration yet. So, they walk me to like the school or whatever, and then like when I get to the school, they hand me like 2 buckets, like 2 big ass buckets, 2 big ass white buckets. One was full of water and one was empty. So what they had me do was they made me go to like this bathroom, and like I had to like clean myself off basically, because there was no showers in middle school and shit, which was like, bro, like I felt like, bro, I was like mad embarrassed, bro. Like obviously no one was in the room when I was fucking doing that, but like I'm just saying, like I already knew, like the entire class knew what happened, and I had to go get my stuff. So after I was done cleaning up, obviously I would have to eventually go back, right? So basically I was cleaning myself off, and after I was done cleaning myself off, I came out in the same pants because those were the only pants I had. So like then they gave me like a big ass like pair of like joggers, bro. I'm talking about like, these shits were like 3 times my size, so I look like a fucking goofy, bro. Like, and they gave me those. They said, oh, change into these because you gotta throw those pants away. So I was like, damn, bro, like these are like my favorite pair of pants and shit. So I was kind of sad about that shit, but like obviously I wasn't really too worried about that. There's some pants, what I'm saying, you go get another pair of pants. But so I have like these double XL joggers on and shit. I'm in like the 3rd grade and shit, so like I'm looking like a fucking like clown, literally. And they're like, okay, like, well, after school's about to end, so you gotta go get your stuff. So, you know, I walked back to like the after school building, and like, bro, oh man, when I walked back into that room, bro, like I felt like all eyes were on me, bro. Like no one said a word, no one said anything, but I felt like everyone was staring at me, bro. And it was so fucking embarrassing. And on top of that, like I said, I have like these double XL joggers and shit, so you know they knew I left with some jeans, and I'm coming back in these big ass joggers and shit. They, like I said, they already kind of got the picture of like what the fuck happened. But yeah, bro, that shit was mad embarrassing, bro. But yeah, bro, nothing really happened after that. Like in that moment, you know, we all just kind of went home, and like I went home, and my dad asked like what happened to your jeans. I just said like they ripped, so they gave me another pair of pants. And yeah, like nothing really happened like at home. But like when I came to school the next day, you know, obviously some of the people, even though we're in different homerooms, like we all like, you know, word gets around about what the fuck happens and shit. And no one really said anything about like what had happened, to be honest. Like the next day, like only like one girl had said some shit to me, but you know, she was cool. Like she wasn't like all like laughing at me or some shit. But yeah, bro, there goes the story time, bro, about how, you know, I shit myself in school, bro. Hopefully y'all enjoy, bro. I am definitely gonna drop some more story time, so comment down below if there's something y'all want me to, you know, tell y'all. And I'm out, bro. Peace.